This same president gave the northern Nigeria the CDS, gave the northern Nigeria the Air Force, gave the northern Nigeria the National Security Advisor, and I think the NIA. And when he came to agriculture, the two ministers of agriculture are from the northern Nigeria. He opened a new ministry, which is the livestock ministry, and gave it to another Nigerian. I really don't know what they want, but I've said they're speaking as opposition, and we know them, and we know their opposition. Of course, all the aggrieved members that never wanted Asiwaju to become president in the APC, that have left in the so-called of CPC, have packed themselves in the ACF. We're seeing them every day and we know what they do. They've even sent out messages inviting us for meetings. So we know what they do.
All right.
They are just opposition putting themselves together and calling themselves ACF.
All right then.
Arewa Consultative Forum.
All right.
Hello and what's up guys? In this video, a shocking truth has just been revealed and it is not coming from the usual suspects. A bold Northern man has come out to challenge the Arewa Consultative Forum directly, and what he said will leave you speechless. He's calling them out. Arewa is lying to Nigerians for political gain. He said it openly. Tinubu is not sidelining the North. In fact, it is the North that has been sidelining the South. Yes, you heard that right. According to him, all this noise about marginalization is nothing but a calculated political script. He says the same people attacking Tinubu refuse to admit the progress happening under his government. Kaduna, a place once feared, is now relatively peaceful. He even said he has driven there twice recently for the first time in over 5 years. He mentioned how bandits are being neutralized, roads are safe, and yet Arewa keeps acting like nothing has changed. But here is the real twist. He claims the ACF is full of angry political elites. Many of them fought against Tinubu during the elections. Now they are using the name Arewa to push their own hidden agenda, and he's warning, it's deep. The North doesn't need to keep crying about federal support. What it needs is unity, peace, and true leadership. He says every local government in the North has economic potential, but unless the region unites, nothing will change, no matter who is president. He even accused some Northern leaders of failing their people while blaming others, and boldly says it is time the North looks inward, not outward. Guys, this is not the usual political talk. This is fire, raw truth, straight from the North itself. Guys, I will let you watch this video for yourself so you can see exactly what I'm talking about. Also, don't forget to like, share, and subscribe to this channel if you haven't already done so. Take a look, guys, and remember to share your thoughts after watching.
You know, the Arewa Consultative Forum and other Northern voices have raised concerns that the North is being politically and economically marginalized. You agree with that assessment? What specific areas do you think the North is being left behind? Is it in terms of political appointments, infrastructure, or federal funding? Can we separate perception from reality here?
Thank you, Jumoke. So saying the North is being sidelined by any person, I think is a misnomer. I think it's misleading. And I think the Arewa Consultative Forum are deliberately doing that because in the list they give the president, because in their speech, they outlined issues they raised with the president then when he was a candidate, and still outlined the same, saying there is no significant change or they haven't seen anything. So I think they're not fair. They've not been fair with the president. They've not been fair with themselves, because they took that agreement in Kaduna, the Sardana Forum also. That was 2 years ago, and they still had it in Kaduna this time. And the same Kaduna that we're seeing relative peace and things are going normal, with a lot of issues before, and someone could come up without at least acknowledging that there is relative peace in some places and some places are open, and that the president should do more. I think that is what they should have said, not talking about nothing has been done in the last 2 years and that the president has sidelined the North. I think it is the North that is sidelining the South. And what the North needs, Jumoke, is not infrastructure. What the North needs is unity. The North needs to unite itself. The leaders, the so-called leaders of Northern Nigeria should unite the Northern Nigeria. Every local government, 423 or 24 local governments in the 19 states of Northern Nigeria, including the FCT, every local government has an economic potential you can tap into. So if what we really need is peace, and what will bring us to that peace is unity. Anywhere there is a majority tribe, should that majority tribe embrace the minority tribe. There shouldn't be any religion in the north. Let the tribes and religion be northern Nigeria. From there, then we can always get it right.
All right.
There are no aliens coming in to kill people in the northern Nigeria. It is the northerners, it's Nigerians that are killing Nigerians.
All right.
Why don't we just sit down and have a conversation amongst ourselves?
Right. You said the North is not marginalized, but the president needs to do more. Because some argue that the North has held significant political power in recent decades. And I'm wondering, how does that reconcile with the current claims of marginalization? Is the real issue power without development? And does this also reflect, a failure of leadership within the North itself?
So you see, Jumoke, I really don't like talking about appointments when we're talking about development. I don't even want to be speaking about region when we're speaking about Nigeria. You see, these people are opposition. They are not sincere with themselves. There is nothing like marginalization or the not being sidelined. If they are talking about appointments,
I get you, Mr. Azan, because you have said the president
took over that event.
To do. And that's what I want you to expatiate on. You said the president needs to do.
So what I'm saying, the president should do more is there are still issues of banditry. There are still little issues of header clashes and farmers clashes in Benue. There are still some little issues of, though it's been quiet in Borno, Boko Haram. These are the issues to tackle on security. That's why I said the president needs to do more. Of course, there is a lot going on. And the thing is, they could have acknowledged that the DSS, the Joint Task Force, the DSS and the police, recently last week, I think it was on a Monday, it was reported on this platform. The DSS killed 45 bandits in Niger State. Nobody wants to report that. So, but why don't we report our achievements? The National Security Advisor reeled out names of bandits their pictures were rolling around in the last 2 years as wanted terrorists, and told Nigerians that they have been neutralized. Why don't we give that government, this same government, that credit? Why don't we say thumbs up to that and now add to what we think the president needs to do or the government needs to do more?
All right. Because I specifically wanted you to talk more on what exactly you meant when you said the president needs to do more. Because, just on Thursday, I was speaking with a special advisor of Naseni, Dr. Dahiru Mohammed. He was on the program. He says, the North is not marginalized, but the president needs to do more. He says to me that the Northern Elders Forum cannot speak on behalf of the North. But for the ACF, what is the role or the forum's role in articulating and defending Northern interests today? Would you say the forum, or would you agree with people who have said the forum lost its influence or moral voice? Do you believe the ACF still speaks for the entire North, especially with the rise of youth-led movements?
So I don't think they have ever been for the North, because what the North needs, just as I've told you, the North needs unity. If we unite the region, every local government, just as I've said, has a potential economic potential in it, and we can use that to build the northern Nigeria. The North does not need any help from the federal government if we come together and unite ourselves. And why I'm saying the president needs to do more, it's because there are still skirmishes of crimes in Plateau State, in Benue, in Borno, in Zamfara, some parts of Katsina. So, but then we're seeing achievements. But there is no way anyone will come up and tell us, Jumoke, that there is nothing happening in the last 2 years. Were we not all here when brigades of guards were attacked in Abuja? Were we not all here when these people go into hospitals in Zaria to kidnap people? Is it still happening? Haven't we heard the NSA saying they counter about 3 attempts to kidnap people on the train? Do we need them to even come out and say it? Haven't we been seeing peace? I drove to Kaduna recently twice. Something I haven't done in the last 5-6 years. I drove recently twice. So somebody coming to say that there is no improvement in the fight against banditry or in the fight against insurgency is just trying to mislead people. All
right, Mr. Azan. So what you have clearly said tonight is that the president has been responsive to Northern development priorities, and it is time for the North to reduce reliance on federal allocations, pursue unity, pursue regional economic strategies.
Jumoke, let me add this. Sorry, let me add this before coming to this your question. And in seeing the issues, that were outlined by people he went to campaign for, that's the president, in seeing the issues of security, seeing the issues of agriculture, this same president gave the Northern Nigeria the CDS, gave the Northern Nigeria the Air Force, gave the Northern Nigeria the National Security Advisor, and I think the NIA. And when he came to agriculture, the two ministers of agriculture are from the Northern Nigeria. He opened a new ministry, which is the livestock ministry, and gave it to a Northern Nigerian. I really don't know what they want, but I've said they're speaking as opposition, and we know them, and we know their opposition. Of course, all the aggrieved members that never wanted Asiwaju to become president in the APC, that have left in the so-called of CPC, have packed themselves in the ACF. We're seeing them every day, and we know what they do. They've even sent out messages inviting us for meetings. So we know what they do.
All right.
They are just opposition putting themselves together and calling themselves ACF.
All right, then.
Arewa Consultative Forum.
All right, let's talk about this coalition, because I'm sure you must have heard people say this looks like the most coordinated opposition move since 2015, with members of the APC who were present at that time perfectly scripting out the same coordinates APC used then. You're a chieftain of the APC. How seriously do you take the ADC as a political force heading into the 2027 elections?
That's about how do you head into an election without a strategy? All the ADC has, Jumoke, is anger. No strategy at all. The ADC as it stands today does not have an Asiwaju of 2014. The ADC as it stands today does not have Muhammadu Buhari of 2014. How do you think they can uproot someone like Asiwaju on the throne? How? Tell me, who do they want to bring? Do you want us to analyze the contenders? That's because you can't even judge without the opposition having a candidate. But of course, we know the front runners.
Maybe not the contenders, but perhaps you should, Mr. Azam, maybe you may not be able to analyze the contenders, but what about the mercenary? There is Malam El Rufai, there is Atiku Abubakar, there is Meiji, there is El Rufai, there is Marek Bashala, and the like.
So that's where I'm coming to. For example, what can Atiku do in the South to make the Southerners vote for him? So recently, Jumoke, we ran some questionnaires in the South because some friends of ours in the Ipita Obi movement ran some quick questionnaires for us, and during the sampling, we came to understand that the Southerners, especially the Southeasterners, are with Peter Obi. They said if he's on the ballot, they will vote for him. If he's on the ballot, they will vote for him as the president. But if he's not on the ballot, if he's as a vice president, they will not vote for a Northerner, taking out a Southerner, because a Northerner has just finished 8 years, and it's the turn of the South to do 8 years. So this is the issue with Atiku in the South. That's the Southeast. Then the Southwest cannot vote out their own son and bring in an Atiku as president. I can't see that happening. Then the South-South is literally divided into two, APC and PDP. And just, I think, a state or two is PDP in the Southwest, maybe River State, So how do you think Atiku will win the South?
So you think the APC still has an edge?
Amechi cannot win River State for Atiku or himself, because he did not win River State for APC in 2015 as a sitting governor. And I don't see him winning without power, if he couldn't win with power, So, and then Peter Obi, if you're speaking about Peter Obi, if Peter Obi is the candidate, how do you think the North or Peter Obi's name will become a household name before 2027? Just 2 years. How do you think his name will become a household name in the North? Because it has to become, in the region, it has to become a household name. People have to believe in him in the sense that they will vote for him, stand and guide the votes, let the votes be counted before they leave. Who do you think in the Northern Nigeria will do that for Peter Obi? The same Peter Obi that in an interview he was saying he wanted the Northern Nigeria to trust him. In the same interview, he was celebrating bringing breweries to Anambra as an achievement. The biggest importer of alcohol is who wants to go to the Northern Nigeria and say, vote for me as a president. That's funny,
And it says he needs just one term to revive this country and turn around the fortunes of this country. Do you think Nigerians will buy it?
He is lying now. We know he's lying.
How do you know he's lying?
Once he gets in, because he would not do it. Once he gets in, he will look for a second term. I'm telling you, Jumoke. Have we not heard from Jonathan? It did happen in Nigeria. He said he was going to do just a term, and everybody supported him in 2011. He became the president. Before 2015, he has changed his mind and told them to go and bring where they agreed and signed that he was going to live in 2015. Peter Obi is lying. He should stop lying to Nigerians.
And the ADC is going through its own challenges, which some have called turmoil. And I'm sure you were listening to my conversation with the Benue ADC chairman. Some believe ADC struggles are being fueled by infiltration from bigger parties. Do you think political sabotage plays a role in weakening third force parties? Is it in the interest of APC to keep parties like ADC divided?
Okay. Do we even have to divide them? They are already divided. Haven't you just heard from one of the party's state chairman? We don't need to. Nobody needs to divide them. A party that they are alleged to have bought 1 billion naira. So how much is going to go around to everybody, and you think people will be satisfied? How, Jumoke? Nobody needs to go into ADC. There are crises, and there will be crises. Even the permutations from the top, there are going to be serious crises.
And I'm sure that you've also listened to Atiku Abubakar, who has hinted at staying in the race for 2027. You're an ABC leader. How seriously does your party take his potential candidacy? Do you believe it still has that, political strength and public support to be a real threat in 2027?
Atiku Abubakar?
Yes.
Did you say Atiku? That if he has what?
Does it still have that political strength and public support to, be a real threat in 2027?
So, but Atiku Abubakar never had 6 million votes until 2023. So you can't say Atiku Abubakar is sure of getting 6 million votes in 2027. He doesn't have that cult followership like Buhari did. So you're not sure of what he's getting in 2027. In fact, moving from PDP to another party can reduce his votes because most of those votes were PDP votes.
But you cannot be talking about uncertainty, Mr. Azad. You cannot be so certain because sadly, former President Buhari is no longer here with us.
May he so rest in peace. Yeah. That we can't be certain why.
Yes.
Are you saying Atiku Abubakar is going to take the place of late President Muhammadu Buhari?
Maybe that's a conversation out there. Is that a possibility?
so, but anyone say that? Where is the possibility? Where? Northerners see Atiku as an elite, or like the way they see Buhari as their own person. These are two different people.
And do you think Nigerian voters today still reward political flexibility, or are they increasingly looking for ideological consistency and clear values? In clearer terms, can a politician who has shifted alliances so many times still claim to represent stable leadership?
Oh, so you see that's the disadvantage. That's the disadvantage Atiku has, moving from parties to parties. It doesn't even say well about a politician. Who do you want to carry to what? You move from parties to parties. It doesn't seem like one has an ideology. So that is a disadvantage to Atiku.